There are a few quick things to say before jumping into this meditation. First of all, we'll be looking at this quality of effortlessness, which is a quality of awareness, through 3 different modalities, 3 different sense doors: sight, hearing, and sensing, or physical body sensations. The meditations are progressive, meaning that within each sense modality there are different steps which build one on the other. If at any time you feel lost, or like you're just not grabbing the thing that I'm talking about, that's fine. You can go back to the last thing that did clearly make sense and lean in from there. The other thing to note is that usually one of these doors is easiest to work with for somebody. Everybody has their own way in. So if we're working on vision and that's not working for you, don't worry about it. Either hearing or sensing will work better for you. Also, if you really get something with vision, you're welcome to just stay with that while the rest of the meditation goes on. The point of this meditation is not to work with each sense modality, although that's valuable. The point here is just to start getting this flavor of effortlessness, then augmenting it and familiarizing yourself with it. And the last thing to say is this meditation is a kind of inquiry. I'll be asking some questions in the meditation. The idea is not to answer them with words, but to lean into them with your experience, like you're dropping the question into the pond of your body-mind and waiting for the ripples to appear. If that doesn't make sense, you can find out more about what I mean by inquiry by checking out a link which I will post below this meditation. Okay? Let's jump in. You'll want to be in a comfortable position, but one that you can still focus in. You don't want to drowse off. So, let your body settle like that. Shift if you need to. And we're going to start with our eyes open. Just pick an object to rest your eyes on. You're not really looking at anything in particular, just resting your eyes on some object. And I want you to check. With your eyes open, do you need to do anything to be seeing? Do you need to do anything to be seeing? If that comes as an immediate and obvious no, I don't, that's great. We'll move on in a second. But if that doesn't click, just sit and check out in your own experience. Do you need to be doing anything to be seeing? Or again, with your eyes open, is there anything at all that you need to do to see? Again, this is not an intellectual question, not a question about how your eyes work physiologically. Just, do you need to be doing anything to be seeing? Are you trying to see right now, or is seeing just happening? You might want to play with it a bit. Could you do anything to stop seeing? Keep your eyes open. Don't gouge your eyes out. With your eyes open, can you do anything to stop seeing? If not, are you doing anything to be seeing? Okay. Again, if that doesn't quite make sense, that's fine. You can just stay with this inquiry until it becomes obvious or until we change senses. But if it is clear that, no, seeing just happens, there's nothing I have to be doing to be seeing, then with your eyes still anchored, turn your attention towards that feeling of, I don't have to do anything. What's that like? What does it feel like to not have to do anything, to exert any effort at all to be seeing? Does that feel like anything? If it does, just stay with that feeling. If you don't feel anything in particular, just stay with the question open. What does it feel like not to have to do anything? If you do feel something, soak it up. See how fully you can allow this feeling, this sense of effortlessness, to permeate your experience. Can it fill your body and the space around? Is it really just a feeling, or is there a deeper quality of effortless present that you can sink into? Just stay here a bit, and then we'll move on. So, again, if something is happening for you that feels significant, you're welcome to stay with that, or to turn off the recording entirely and just soak it up. When you're ready, listen to the outro for some ideas on how to work with this. And you're welcome to join us as we turn our attention towards the next sense modality, hearing. You can close your eyes for this if that helps you pay more attention to hearing specifically. This one is a bit tricky because I'm not in the same physical space as you are, so I don't know what your soundscape is like. And by the very nature of hearing, sounds are, or they appear at least, more variable than sights. You're probably not somewhere where there's some constant pitched droning happening around you in your environment. But this is not a problem. And if we were focusing on the related quality of spontaneity, this would actually be a bonus. But for now, there are a few choices that you could make that I'll offer you. You can focus on the entire field of hearing, on everything that you could hear, and I recommend that, if that makes sense to you. Secondly, you can focus on a particular kind of sound that is repeating or reliable, traffic outside, or birds chirping, the refrigerator running, anything that's making fairly constant noise, children playing in a playground. Lastly, of course, you are listening to this audio, so you can use the sound of my voice if there's nothing else to key in on. Okay, so with that out of the way, put your attention on your hearing and check your experience, inquire into the question, is there anything that you have to be doing to be hearing? Again, if that clicks immediately, awesome. Just soak it up for now. Is there anything you have to be doing to be hearing? You're not looking for thought or ideas here. If an answer comes, it should come with stark and immediate clarity. No, of course not. If it's not clear, just lean in. Are these sounds? Is this hearing just happening? Sure, you could pay attention to something else, but with your attention on your hearing, is there anything you need to be doing to be hearing? Is there anything you could do not to hear? Or is hearing just happening, the sounds of your soundscape occurring to you directly and immediately, without needing any effort from your part at all? If that's not clear, you can stay with it. If it is clear, turn your attention from what you are hearing to this quality of not having to do anything at all. See if you can discern this feeling sense from the rest of what you're experiencing, like you're distilling just this flavor of experience. What is it like that hearing just happens, that you don't need to be doing anything at all for it to be happening? And as that quality becomes clearer and clearer for you as you pay attention to it, becomes more and more distinct, you can play with it some. See just how effortless your experience can become. Is this just a feeling, or is there something deeper going on? And if you lean towards those depths, what do you notice then? Again, if you're experiencing something significant, or even just pleasant, you're welcome to stay with this experience. If not, or if you like, we'll move on to the final sense modality that we'll use, which is sensation, your bodily feeling. For this one, you'll want to pick a certain place in your body that has a strong enough sensation to feel without needing to look too closely to feel. This could be your hand, or your fingertips, or an ear, or your face, your heart, or legs or feet. It doesn't really matter. Just pick somewhere you can clearly feel well that's defined enough to keep your attention corralled. Unless you're an experienced meditator, I wouldn't use the whole body at this point. So again, we're moving through the same basic gestures. Spend a moment just feeling the sensations that you've chosen without doing anything in particular, just being with them. And then ask, is there anything I need to be doing to be sensing? If you get a clear and immediate and obvious no, then just stay with it and lean in. Otherwise, stay with the inquiry. Is there anything you need to be doing to be sensing? With your attention where you've put it, is there anything you need to do to feel your body? Or does your sensing just kind of happen? Does your body just sort of appear in your experience? Again, keeping your attention where you've chosen, is there anything you could do not to sense what you're sensing? Do you need to do anything to be sensing? If it's clear that the answer to that is no, you can turn your attention towards the inquiry, what is it like not to have to do anything to be sensing your body? Can you discern this quality of effortlessness here? If you've been following with each modality, you can investigate. Are these different qualities of effortlessness? Or is it the same effortlessness behind seeing, hearing, and sensing? Is this just a quality of experience? Or is there something else, something deeper happening here? If you get that weird feeling that maybe there's something else going on here, what happens if you lean into that a bit more? So, this is a taste of effortlessness. I really like working with this quality with people in their meditations and in their lives. There are many, many ways of playing with this, and if you can sense it in any of those modalities, you can start to play with it behind your experience of whatever it is that you're doing. Effort is a clue that we're involved with our ego in some way. You need not do anything to be yourself, ever, really. Some people come up with a semantic objection here, like, well, if I'm walking down the street, I'm making an effort because my body is doing something. Even just breathing, there's energy being expended in that. And that's true. Yes, your body walks, but we're talking about a different kind of effort, something like a psychological effort, or perhaps a sense of resistance or reactivity. Say that you decide to pick a pen up from your desk in the normal course of your day's activities. Your muscles move, your eye tracks your movement to a certain extent, your brain, as always, is firing in a million different ways, but you're not really expending any effort. You just do it. There's no resistance, no attempt to pick the pen up. You just do it. That flavor of effortlessness can permeate all of your being in the world, and the deeper that you soak up into awareness and awakeness, the more that becomes the clear, obvious, present case. If you're interested in further instructions for this, you can reach out to me with the forms on this site. I provide meditation instructions for all different stages of experience, as well as many other modalities that are a part of this 21st century Tantra. Plenty of resources for all of that are on the site. Be well, be good, and be free.